the major case. Okay, from its original position. For example, this content is having in this original position head 2. Okay, I want to move some little bit. Okay, from width based or height based, horizontally or vertically. Then I can apply this translate method. It won't affect. Okay, one thing you need to understand: padding and margin thing will be affected other element space, because it will give you space whenever you're moving this thing in the sense it will be giving you the space in the bottom also, top also. Okay, prior element also, next element also, but the translate methods, this transform methods will not affect the prior element or next element space. It will occupy its space. Okay, how can I do that? Then let me have this translate method for the head to itself. Go to head to I'm just making this padding it as 40 pixel, reducing it, and then width, just reducing it to 300 pixel. I'm removing this gradient. Okay, gradient is not a problem. You can see that I have just reduced the width and then specific padding size of the head to. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the translate method using transform property. Property name is transform. Okay, for 2D also, 3D also, this is the property name. There are different methods. You can see the matrix 3D. Okay, so rotate 3D. Okay, so we'll be using only this rotate, then scale, skew, and then translate. Okay, 3D means we need to give three values: x, y, z. Three values you need to give. You can give this value separately also. If you want x separately, y separately, z separately, means you can use separate methods also. That's your wish. Okay, I'm using currently the translate method to translate the content from one place to another place, including the margin space. Including the margin space, right? So let me have the values. So what are the value we'll be having that here? Let me have this with
XY values mentioned.
x and y in the sense like horizontal x-axis, y-axis will be in the
Y
vertical
axis.
thing. Okay, so let me have this value like 25 pixel x-axis and then 40 pixel y-axis. Okay, so this is your current spacing, current structure of the content. This is your current structure of the content. Let me refresh the screen. You can see how it is modified. How it is modified. So I got x-axis 25 pixel, top y-axis 40 pixel movement from its current position. Am I right? From its original position, it's moved to width based 25 pixel, height based vertically 40 pixel. Am I right? Are you able to understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But what
Yes,
what is
sir.
happening to this next element? It is affecting. What is happening to next element? It is affecting. So that's what there is a difference between the margin padding and then transform property. So transform property in the sense it won't take the next element or pre element space, but it will occupy its space. Okay, so currently it is occupying the next element space also. Okay, based on the values we have used for the movement. Okay, width based as well as height based thing. Okay, so as per your requirement, you can use this translate method to move width based or height based. Okay, so with that you can able to adjust that element space. Okay, if you're having multiple content, for example in your college website. Okay, let me go for this Andhra University itself. I will show you some translate property, how they have included that. You can see this specific case. Are you able to see the specific case? This is one image. With that, they have included one simple chord type things. Okay, that how they have included this using this test kind of translate property only. Okay, likewise this combination and then some this tab content space, everything they have included like this only, and then this new blinking things. Okay, uh, within another component we are encoding one more component with the different styles, that we can able to achieve using the transform properties, right? So this is simply translate. You understood? Any doubt? The translate method. Any doubt, guys?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
I will take review by this week. So after completing an HTML CSS, I will take review individually. You need to perform well. Clear? So please go through all the HTML properties, HTML tag names, attribute names, and usage, where we need to use, how we need to use, everything you need to remember. Clear? Right. Coming to rotate. So rotate means simply you know what is rotate.
Rotation in clockwise or anti-clockwise?
360 degrees of angle rotation.
360 degrees of angle rotation. That means 0 to 360 degree. We can able to rotate our content. We can able to rotate our content, right? So let me use this rotate. So value will be degree. So we have already seen in the linear gradient method, right? Angle. So same degree value will be giving 0 to 360 degree we can give. So rotate x based rotation, y based rotation we can give, or else simply if you use rotate in the sense only one single value, it will accept. Okay. So let me use the rotate instead of translate. 60 degree. Just giving it as 60-degree rotation. Okay, so you can see it is rotated 60 degree. Are you able to see that? Okay, I will show you the example for this rotation also. Go for some website like Jogo. Here it's not there. Okay, so how the real-time example will there means like in this side right end or left end. Okay, we'll be having some button types. You can see any of the websites like we'll be having some button that will be the rotated one. It will be the rotated one. So we can use this rotate property to make the button rotate. Okay, rotate means like it will be in the different manner, different structure. Like this get started is visible to direct to ourselves. But if we rotate 90 degree in the sense, it will be like this. Okay, top to bottom, get started like that. It will display. Simply rotate method we can use that for the specific case. Okay, if we use 90 degree in the sense 90 degree, it will automatically rotate straight. You can see like this. Understood? So not only for content, simple buttons also, simple headings also, simple paragraphs also, wherever you want to use the properties, you can apply. Automatically, it will apply that specific conditions and specific properties, and it will display in the prior manner. Clear? Okay, so this is
Yes, sir.
rotate. This is very simple, easy to understand, easy to use. Okay. So apart from this translate and rotate, we are having scale method. We are having scale method. So what is scaling initially? Generally, what is scaling? What is scaling?
Length and the width, I think.
Yes, exactly like width and height. Okay, so for example, let me remove this transform of now. Okay, so you can see this is my head to current content. Am I right? So current structure, current width and height. Am I right? So this scale, okay, this current width and height will be taken as scale 1 1. That means like width 1, height 1, default 1. Okay, the scaling means the method called scaling. Scaling in the sense we are going to scaling this content based upon the width and height, based upon the width and height from its original width and height to one more time, one more extra time, or two more extra time, or three more extra time. Okay, for example, if this width is 300 pixel in the sense, this is scale 1. Okay, default will be scale 1. Okay, if I mention scale width equal to 2 in the sense, this 300 pixel will be double the time. This 300 pixel will be double the time. That means 600 pixel. That means 600 pixel. That is the meaning of scaling. Okay, from its original scaling to if you are increasing value 1 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, initial scaling will be 1. So if I made that scaling to 2 in the sense from its original width to 2 times, like 300 pixel in the sense 300 into 2, 600 pixel. So that's how the scaling will be increased. Understood my point? That's what scaling means. Okay, from its original scaling, default scaling will be 1 comma 1. So that width will be one scaling and height will be one scale. So if I increase to 2 in the sense, from its original width it will be increased to 2 times, from its original height it will be increased to 2 more times. Understood? Understood, right? My point.
Yes, sir.
Let me show you the example. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so we are the scale x also, scale y also separate method. Okay, so before taking the scale two methods, I will explain with you simple method. Okay, single method x and y. So let me take scale x. Okay, I'm just giving the value called 1 or 2. 1 means the default value. Okay, so 2 I'm just giving 2 in the sense double the time. 2 in the sense double the time. So current width is 300 pixel. Okay, so I have mentioned scale equal to 2. So you can see I'll be getting increased in width. Are you able to see that? The width is increased. Okay, within the content space. Okay, it won't increase the next content space. Within the content space, it is increased to the 300 pixel width. It is increased to the 300 pixel width. Okay, if I use scale y, that means height. Okay, from its original height it will be increased to 2 times of height. Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
That is called scaling. Scaling means scaling the width and height from its original scaling, default scaling 1 comma 1 comma to other values like 2 or 3 or anything you can make it. Okay, mostly these things we won't use. Translate and rotate only will be the mostly used things. Okay, but to your learning purpose I'm just explaining this scaling also, screw also. Okay, so screw also, it's a one kind of rotation method, but this rotation will be top to bottom rotation. Top to bottom rotation, not clockwise rotation. Not clockwise rotation, top and bottom rotation. Top and bottom rotation in the sense like how you are folding the paper, how we are closing the paper, how we are closing the laptop. Okay, how you are rotating your hand. Okay, how you are rotating our what, something like a ball, right? That is top to bottom rotation, that is called skew method. Top to bottom rotation, that is called skew method. Understood? So normal rotate method in the sense it will be clockwise rotation. Okay,
Sir?
but tell me.
Sir, your network is slow. I think the video is cracking a little bit.
Video is cracking. Or everyone is like that?
No, sir.
Check your network, Venkatesh.
Okay, sir, I'll check with it.
Just moving pages slowly only. You can just check it out. Okay,
Yes, yes, sir.
right? So skew method means like top to bottom based rotation. Rotate means like normal rotation. It will be a 0 to 360-degree clockwise rotation. Okay, let me show you the example of skew rotation. Use the method called, I'm just using skew x initially. Can use separately also, you can use single value also. Here also same degrees. Here also same degrees. We'll be using that angle values. You can see the rotation. It's a top to bottom based rotation. Top to bottom based rotation. So if I mention 90-degree in the sense, automatically that 90-degree rotation will come, top to bottom rotation. Okay, it might disappear because of that top to bottom. Let me add it 100. Okay, so 90-degree means it will be in the flat values. Flat value it won't display in the web page properly. So that's why it's not displayed previously. So 100-degree means you can see the top to bottom rotation happen in the skew method. Understood? Understood, everyone? Any doubt in the transform methods?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Coming to the next
Yes, sir.
case. Coming to the next case. Okay. So next case will be your transition property. Next case will be your transition property. Okay. So transition property we can apply with this transition method also, but instead of applying that single property, we can use these four different values properties. Okay, this transition property will accept four values. One is your transition delay, and then transition property name, and then transition duration and transition timing function. Okay, first let me explain what is transition. What is transition? Any idea? What is transition?
Like motion graphic thing, it will change the photo or something like.
Not exactly. Like transition in the sense it will be applied whenever the hover is applied. Whenever the hover property is applied, or else whenever the mouse over or mouse pointer will be happen in the JavaScript events also. Okay, so transition in the sense from its original property. Okay, whenever you are hovering on that, new value will be added for that previous property with transition applied. That means movement. That means movement. Okay, for example, for one content I have a width of 200 pixel. So for one content I have a width of 200 pixel. I need to increase my width whenever I'm hovering on that element. I need to increase my width whenever I'm hovering on that element. I need to rotate the content whenever I'm hovering on that element. So rotate this property with this property. So that is called transition property. Okay, whichever we are using for CSS, the same thing. So we are using for CSS, same thing. Okay, so if I hover on that, it should increase for some 300 or 400 pixel within the sense that increment will be happened in the movement based from 200 pixel to 400 pixel. I'm incrementing whenever I'm hovering on that in the sense the increment will be happen based on the movement. Okay, that is called transition. That is called transition. That one look to another look. The transition will happen one look to another look. That means one width to new value of width with some time duration, with some time delay. Clear? And with some functionality. Functionality in the sense like starting will be slow, ending will be fast. Okay, like that different functionalities are. I will explain to you with these values. Okay, that is simply called as transition property. Okay, understood, right? My point. Example wise, I will show you. First, you need to understand what is transition in the sense. Transition will be applied only on hover property or some JavaScript even handlers like mouse over, mouse out things. Okay, whenever I want to change one look to another look with some movement, with some duration, with some delay in the sense, I can use this transition. The transition look will be applied based on the delay and duration with the property name. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me show you with the example properly so that you can able to understand that specific case. Okay, so first we need to understand the property, how we need to write it. Property, how we need to write it. Okay, so where I can use, okay, for this h2 itself I will use, will remove this transform currently. Okay, we need to add this all the properties because it is inline, right? Okay, let me have it. H2 hover. I am just making it as like with 400 pixel important. Okay, because I used inline CSS, I am trying to use internal CSS for hover property. So then in this case, I need to make this as important. Then only this will as take the high priority. Yes, right? Sir, no.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir.
What I do, I will remove this all instead of, okay, let me have try to add this H2. So transition, I'm going to apply. First thing like transition property name is transition property name. So property name is will be width. I'm going to increase the width only. Next, how long the transition should happen. How long the transition should happen. That is called transition duration. Transition duration. This will be in seconds or milliseconds. This will be in seconds or milliseconds, two values. Let me take the 3 seconds, 3s. Let me take this 3 seconds, okay? And then transition timing function, transition timing function. That means how the transition should apply, okay? In which functionality the transition should apply. So we are having different values like linear, is in, is out, is in, out, like that, okay? I will explain all the values. First, let me give the default value called linear. Default value called linear. So we need to understand what is linear. Any idea? So linear means same speed. The transition
Same
will be up
form.
same speed. Linear means same form. We know in the mathematics also we have studied linear algebra, everything, like functionality will be same, looking same, okay? So starting also, ending also will be same in the transition duration, transition deployment, okay? So and then finally transition delay. Finally transition delay. If you want, you can use this, or else you can omit that things, okay? Transition duration and property and timing function, these two things are very, very important. These you need to use compulsorily. These two things, if you want to use, can use it, otherwise you can omit it. That's not an issue, okay? This is not compulsory property things in transition, but these two things are compulsory. Property name as well as duration is compulsory, right? But this transition timing function delay is not compulsory, okay? Because in default it will take linear. In default it will take linear, okay? So delay in the sense starting delay of the transition, okay? After 2 seconds it should start, after 3 seconds it should start, like that, okay? Let me have it as 2 seconds, okay? So now let me refresh the screen, okay? This is my current scaling element and then current things, okay? Let me hover on this, okay? I don't think so. You can see from its 300 pixel to 400 pixel, width is increased. Are you able to understand? When I take a mouse out, transition applying. Yes, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see everyone? This changes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Increase, okay. So this is linear, same speed. Okay, starting also, ending also, till ending, same speed will be applied. Okay, this is linear. Okay. So next we are having ease. The timing function will be ease. Okay. So ease in the sense slow start, slow end, but in between fast. Okay. Ease in the sense slow start, slow end, but in between fast. That is called ease timing function. Okay. Please remember. You can watch it the recording and you can mark it as later also. Ease in the sense slow start as well as slow end, and in between it will be fast. Okay. Let me refresh the screen. Listen the movement. Okay. Listen the transition. Right. So it will be applied like this only. Fine.
Okay.
Understood is okay. Coming to ease in. Ease in the sense what? Ease in. Direct opposite. Like that means slow. The starting will be specific slow start, and then in between and then ending will be fast. That is called ease in. Okay. Let me refresh the screen. You can see, just listen the movement. Slow start, in between also fast, ending also fast. Ending also fast. Like that, ease out. Ease out in the sense slow. Starting will be also fast, in between also fast, but ending will be slow. Just listen. Just refresh it and just hovering on it. Starting fast, in between fast, but ending is very slow. You can just listen minute. Okay, so this is simply is out, and finally is in out. Is in out in the sense like slow start, slow end. In between normal case, like linear but slow start, slow end. You can see. Okay, just work out by yourself. You can able to understand the movement and listen carefully. It will be work perfectly. Clear?
Clear, sir.
Any doubt till now?
Yes.
Sure, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah, I'm explaining the property topic wise. Okay, why means you need to understand the topic, you need to understand the usage of the topic, and then you need to use the properties there. Okay, so that's why I kept all the properties you based on the topic wise, right? So just clearly understand this case and then use that wherever it is required. Don't use all the properties in all the places in your college web page design. Okay, if you want to practice it, you can practice in separate HTML file like how I'm doing in our sessions. Okay, but in your college web pages, wherever it is required, apply in this only those pages only. Clear? Okay, so tomorrow I'm on leave, so tomorrow there will be no session. Wednesday I will take balance text properties and then this position properties and display properties, and then we will go for Thursday onwards we will go for bootstrap. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Today evening update me how many pages you have completed, everyone. Okay, with
Yeah,
the
okay,
page
sir.
title. Okay, the page title like home page, importers or placement like that. Give me the page title and how many pages you have completed. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Fine. Thank you all. Please work on the things. If you have any doubt, please ping me.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.